the whole idea for the play comes from the young people I'm surrounded with, because I'm fortunate to be in a place in Joy of Drama where we work with young people. Theatre is a space where you talk a lot. You talk about what's going on in your life, what's going on in around you. So a lot of stories I get from them.
I don't think it was a piece of cake. Even though my character has a lot of similarities to me, there are some elements which were hard to dig and hard to find, and I had to dig deep into the characters.
Challenging bits was trying to find the right emotional intensity, because if I go too hard, then it looks very unbalanced, and like the whole play is like a weird graph, like it starts like this high and then just goes up from there. So I just need to and if I start too low, then the whole play is just it drops down. There's no intensity to it.
The last show, the last climax is very intense, the most intense part of the play, and he has to jump from a block down, and this is where the play will end. And
my pant tore.
So today we are joined by the cast of Live from the Warehouse, a drama that revolves around teenage life and digital pressure. I'm joined by Shashwat Srivastav, the director of the show, Aryaman and Rishabh. Welcome to Midday. And of course, Shashwat, you helming the show. My first question to you is, what really sparked the idea? Because you are with youngsters right now. Your play revolves around teenagers, the Gen Z life. What really motivated you? Do you have such young crowd around you in your family, or how was it like?
well, thank you so much for having us over here. The whole idea for the play comes from the young people I'm surrounded with, because I'm fortunate to be in a place in Joy of Drama where we work with young people. So I'm surrounded by them, and theatre is a space where you talk a lot. You talk about what's going on in your life, what's going on in around you. So a lot of stories I get from them, and it's a very different school life than what it used to be when I was in school.
Right.
Things have moved on a lot, so I get to hear a lot of things from them. And after about a year or so workshopping with them, and a lot of stories came out.
What are your discussions like with these boys?
It's mostly about their school life, their friend circles, what's going on. There's a lot of gossip that goes around. A lot of Gen Z stuff that goes around. Some of it I don't understand, but I try to.
So did they really help you in, putting inputs to the story, or maybe reforming the dialogues later on? Okay, we use these slangs, maybe this can be integrated right over there.
Yeah. A lot of content, especially the dialogue. So I wrote it in a way, and then when the script got to them,
It was a different...
absolutely. So they added their own things to it. So they molded the dialogues a little bit. I was writing in longer sentences. They cut it down. They have those couple of words that they add here and there to express themselves in a Gen Z lingo. So they did that, of course.
So Aryaman, when you first read the script, how much could you really relate to it, and what were your first thoughts?
When I first read it, I was originally very surprised, because this was a type of play I have never really done, and this was really serious, because this was quite an intense piece. So my first thoughts, I couldn't originally relate to it, but then later on, as I delved more into the character and started breaking down my character, I could relate it to some people I know, some pressure that I might face, and that helped me understand my character and relate to the story.
Rishabh, how was it for you? Were you able to relate to the character, or you were no, the other character, maybe Aryaman's character seems more interesting to me? How was it?
So when I first read the script, I could relate with Aryaman's character more, Tanmay, but after a few readings, I found some characteristics in Riyan which I resonate with, which I can relate with. So after each and every time we did a rehearsal or we read the script, I felt like I was Riyan. I could see a quirky 16-year-old who's like me, with his friends enjoying. And yes, there were some serious moments, but He likes to find comic in everything.
So Shashwat, for all the people, our audience who have really not got an opportunity to view your show, could you draw a contrast between their characters and what really shapes up to?
See, in a nutshell, the story is about two young boys who are trying to get famous overnight. They want to become, famous on social media, and
Everyone is a star
yeah,
these days.
yeah, and today the social media gives you that opportunity that overnight you can be very, very
Very
famous.
true. Yeah.
And it doesn't take much. Back in the day, you have to be a movie star or somebody, and you have to go through the whole process. Now you just have your phone and you put some content online, and if it catches up, then you're famous overnight. So they are chasing that, and they also do a lot of drama in school as characters. So they try to they try to do a gag that goes wrong, and they are caught up in a crime, and they don't know how to survive that. And the whole play is about their struggle. They are on a run, and they end up in a warehouse where they are hiding, and there their life unfolds. In the next 2 hours, what happens in that warehouse is mostly the play about. So both the characters are, one of them is a very bubbly, joyful, a little, comes from a little disturbed family, but has a, generally people who have a very sad, internal life, they seem to be more cracking the jokes with
Yeah.
everyone, and just to hide their,
The
it's a
emotion,
mask
I
that
think.
they wear.
Right.
So one of the characters, his character is Vrishabh's character is Rian. He's like that, and he wears a mask where he's cracking the jokes, and he tries to be jovial even in a difficult situation. He is more serious kind. He's one of those, theater kids who want to change the world by doing theater. They want to awaken the audience, and love Shakespeare and all that. So he's more literary and academically oriented, and that's the reason why he is into this. And at the same time, he also wants to be famous. So both of them come together and hatch up this plan to do something that will make them famous overnight on social media.
Right.
But then it goes wrong. So that's the whole play about it. So they're similar in their objectives, but the way of achieving the objective is very different.
And what really led you to casting both of them? Did you know them personally, or you have worked with them before? How difficult or easy was it to zero down upon them? I'm sure you would have taken a lot of auditions for this.
So both of them have been students of Joy of Drama for about 3 or more than 3 years,
I think around three.
around 3 to 4 years. So they've been around since the time they were very young. They were 11 years old, maybe 11 or 12 years old. So they've been around. And in Joy of Drama, we don't work in theatre with children who are below 15. So you have to really work your way up, get the foundation skills done. So they've been around for 4 years. And so I have seen them grow up. That's one of the things. And also, it's not the first time they're performing. So they have done 2 full-length Shakespeare productions, proper Shakespeare productions together. Romeo and Juliet, they've done 12th Night last year, and they performed in the UK in full-length theatre productions, doing important roles. So they have a lot of experience. And while I was watching them, I didn't direct them in Shakespeare, but while I was watching them rehearsing and performing, I was thinking about that, if I have to come back to theatre, because I didn't do theatre since the pandemic. The last time I was doing some kind of theatre was in 2019, and I had taken a little sabbatical, that I was a little away from it. But then I was watching them grow up, and there were other students as well, but then they were the top of my mind, that, these two stand out in the current lot. There are more who are grooming well, but they're much younger than them. But then they were in the right age, and I have seen them perform so much. And also, a lot of stories which are there in the play come from them. So when I was writing, I also have them in my mind when I was writing about.
I see.
So yeah. So it's been a long process, but they were in my mind for quite some time.
So Ariman and Rishabh, clearly Shashwat, put a lot of faith in you. What was one of the most challenging part of playing your character? Was it really a piece of cake?
I don't think it was a piece of cake. Even though my character has a lot of similarities to me, there are some elements which were hard to dig and hard to like find, and I had to dig deep into the character,
If
study
you can
it.
expand more on that.
Okay, so when we start the playoff, there's a certain madness in my character, and there's a certain spontaneity because I have to respond to Tanmay, and I also am chasing the dream of becoming famous during the whole play. So I'm trying to convince him to make more videos, even though a video led to us being in a situation like this in the first place. So finding that madness was hard for me because in real life, I feel like I'm more logical. I look at the circumstance
More rational.
Yeah, I'm more rational. But I have to be more mad, more in the moment.
Spontaneous,
Yeah.
Basically, you
So-
have to be Ranveer Singh, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, what about you, Ariman?
For me, I think one of the most challenging bits was trying to find the right emotional intensity. Because if I go too hard, then it looks very unbalanced. Then like the whole play is like a weird graph. Like it starts like this high and then just goes up from there. So I just need to like, and if I start too low, then the whole play is just like it like drops down. There's no intensity to it. So just like finding the right level. But I think I got that after like some full run throughs. I think after the Delhi shows, it started becoming more clearer. So like in yesterday's show in Mumbai, it was coming together more. So we were able to keep the energy up.
Yeah.
And it was just working.
Yeah. So clearly, Shashwat, these young lads have really gone through a lot of intensity and
Yeah,
a lot of, they
yeah.
have toiled really to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that character right. Was it, like, did it took time for you to kind of explain them the message, the tone of the characters, or, it really shaped up very easily?
No, it took some time. It took about 3 months. We've been discussing about this since July last year, but then we really actually went on the floor in October sometime. So it took a lot of time, I would say, to understand the characters, to understand the whole graph of the story, and not just that. These are all academic exercises. Theater actually happens it doesn't happen on script, it doesn't happen on paper, it happens on the floor, and there are no special effects. Everything is being done by the actor. So it happens on the floor. So you have to work hard mentally and physically. And one of the reasons I'm working with them is also that I probably the most hard-working and sincere two boys I know around me.
I see a
So-
500-watt smile right
Yeah,
on
yeah,
their
yeah.
faces.
So their biggest quality is that they are committed. Theater wants commitment. So you have to be committed to come in and we work like 6 hours a day with school. Imagine they finish their school, they come to the theater at 3, they work till 9. So 3 to 9 they're rehearsing, and then they go back home and then go back to school again. So it's a lot of hard work, and they did it with a laughing face, smiling face. So with a smile on the face, no issues. We will toil. We will sweat. We will
grind.
do it. So that happened. So a lot of academic exercise, of course, understanding the character, understanding the graph. Also, it was little, I would say not easy, but it was little natural for them because the story deals with their age. It deals with their, the traumas of the people around them, with the lives of the people they are used to seeing. So they draw a lot of, references from real life, which makes it slightly easy, but it's easier said than done.
So you just said they drew references from their real life. Talking about you, when it comes to the story, the social media pressure,
Yeah.
you are clearly not a Gen Z, right? But
Of course
how
not.
much could you found yourself in situations where you felt being pressurized by the social media, or if at all you were really cut away from that?
Yes, I would say in my earlier career, I was in advertising and I was specifically in digital advertising. So I did that for many years. But then those were the days when I quit my advertising career in 2015. So social media was just about happening then.
Right.
But I do understand the importance of social media. I had my own handle. I still have it, but I don't post on my own personal handle. Now because I know the importance, so I just use it for certain purpose. That happened over a period of time. Initially, I was also big on it. I was posting, reels weren't there, but I was posting on YouTube. I was posting on, I used to make music, so I used to post a lot of music content on it. And I used to, till the time I would sleep, I would check how many likes are coming in. At 1 a.m. before going to bed, I'll check how many likes. Then I'll get up. The first thing I will do, how many more likes.
Yeah.
So that was going on. But at some point of time, I realized that it's really not helping. It's really not helping, and it's not the right way of going about social media. Social media is a tool, and if you don't understand how the tool works, it's like a knife. If you have a beautiful knife, a great knife, very sharp, it's great to have it. But then if you don't know how to use it, you might cut your own self. But if you know how to use it, you will put it to a good use.
Right.
So it's like that. So I realized that some point of time, but I was never under too much of a pressure. Fortunately for me, I don't belong to a generation where social media has suddenly become very
Neither do
big.
I, yeah.
Yeah. So fortunately for me, but then for them, they are in a even now it's
They're
also,
born and brought up amidst
Yeah,
social media.
even that is changing. So I get to hear from them that if you look at a Gen Z's social media handle, you will see zero posts and zero following, but followers will be whatever, 1,000 whatever. This is a new thing. They're not posting.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. So
Yeah, seriously, I want to ask them,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing? How do you manage to get followers? Like, is it buying the followers or
No.
something like how?
I mean, there's no point in buying fake followers. Social media is just a platform for us
So,
to.
how do you get your fandom then?
I don't know. I would have about 1,000 followers right now, and I'm following those 1,000 people back because they're my friends. I know, but again, they're all across the world, and I am posting something, and somebody's seeing it. It doesn't really matter that much. I mean, to me personally, but I know I've seen it around me. It matters a lot to the people around me. They think a lot about social media. My friends, some of my very close friends, they are very cautious about what they post. They don't want to post something. Oh, what will he say? What will she say? I'm personally not like that. I don't think Aryaman's like that as well.
there's a
don't-
lot of bullying that happens. I've seen some random characters coming in and saying a lot of nasty things on
Yeah.
posts, and it sometimes we find out it's somebody which is known to them. That also happens.
So it's basically what people do. They make fake accounts. Now nobody knows who that account is,
Right.
and then they follow it. Then if I put in, let's say, XYZ name, XYZ school, and I'm in XYZ school, and I put in my name and I follow the account, then my friends will think, oh, I am following it, let us also follow. So that builds the whole followers. And then if an account has a certain amount of followers, you think it's credible because it's following so many people follow it. And then they start to post on it, they start to make fun of people. This is what kids our age are using social media for around us. Not that much in our school, I would say, but around us in the environment, we can see stuff like this happening. So, I mean, it really allowed us to pick up from there some points.
And there were like certain aspects we could like relate from like some people we know. Oh, I've seen this guy do this. Oh, I've seen this person do this. I can also see Tanmay doing this, so like I could relate like that.
Right.
That was useful.
I'm sure you would have seen the characters you're playing on the show. The same characters, maybe you have found it between your friends, people you know.
Yeah.
And did you really go back with the message to them? Did you get an opportunity?
No, I have taken inspiration for my character from 2 or 3 of my friends. I've put them together. Some of my personal
did you tell
characteristics
them?
as well. No,
Okay.
I don't think it's something they need to know. It's my personal journey. I think Riyan is this way. If I tell them that Riyan is this way and they, as an audience member, don't feel it, then I don't want to, force my opinion down on them. So if they think they relate with the character, it's probably because a
They'll
bit of it
kind
is
of
inspired
take
it from them.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, I have used
Also, talking
friends.
about you both, how was it really, how was it like building the chemistry between you? Uh, uh, because you are, kind of two ends of the story working together. So, how same, how different, how cordial? What was it like?
I mean, we've traveled a lot together, not not only for theater, but with school as well. So we're in the same school, we're in the same grade, not in we're even in the same class.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
same
we're in the
class.
same class, so we
So,
know
you
each
are bros,
other.
clearly not the foes.
No,
No, no,
but
no.
maybe like we're more friends in theater because in
Yeah.
school we're not really that close. We have like different friend groups. We're also like very different
In
personalities
school.
wise. Just but in theater, like theater gives us like a medium where we just like connect. Because we're like the two people in our school that want to pursue it. So
Yeah,
we like connect on that
and
aspect.
it's, I would say, in school we meet each other, but we're not that close. However, when it comes to theater, we are very close. We know each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. We complement each other because we've worked on, as Shashwat sir said, two full-length Shakespeare productions together. We've done plays in schools together, so we know each other quite well.
So, really, was it really difficult preparing two teenagers, for such intense roles, Shashwat? From your side, how much grinding it took to bring them together, kind of, put your views when it comes to the story, and that they understand what you're really what you're really trying to communicate.
No, it was a big grind. It was a lot of grind. But more importantly, I had to be very careful that, what kind of pressure I put them under. Because working with young people is very different from working with older people. Because you can expose them to a lot of, I would not say mature content, but themes which can disturb them. The play deals with a lot of content, lot of aspects of young people's lives which are not very nice. For example, broken families. And I have seen this. If you're around 100 young people, you would have a number of young people coming to you and telling them that there is a problem between their mom and dad. Lot of single parents I see today. Lot of students have single parents today, and some of them don't have a very nice environment at home, and it really affects them. And especially in theater, they come and they talk because when we are workshopping and doing scenes, these things do come out. And even if they don't tell you explicitly, you can see that the child is not behaving in a certain way, and you tend to read that okay, something is not that nice at home. That is a thing that I'm very careful when I'm working with them, especially also with them, that the to what extent I can push them. So one has to be very careful. Also physically, they're still growing. They're still developing physically. So they're young and energetic, but then I have to be very careful to what extent I can push them physically as well, because theater can be, a lot of physical theater that we do is can be very grinding. So I have to be very careful. They are willing to do everything. So they are always saying, yes, we will do it. But then I have to think that okay, this much is okay for them. Then maybe push them 1% more, okay, and then draw a line somewhere, because ultimately they are very young and they still have a few years before they can uh, do do something which is way more intense. But I would say, even for their age, what they are doing on stage, I have not seen even 25, 28-year-old actors perform like that.
Wow.
So they are doing huge amount of work on stage, very, very, very intense work on stage. The content is can be disturbing. There are some aspects of the play which are very disturbing. It deals with some very disturbing themes, but the way they have performed on stage, I have seen very few actors uh, on stage who can deliver something like that. For their age, it is mind-boggling. Even for me, it's mind-boggling.
Wow.
I wasn't. So I would like to say this. Even I was not expecting that they would go to that extent.
Wow, that's a great compliment for you guys. Doing theater can be, will of course have its moments of intensity, but I'm sure it will have a lot of moments of fun as well. Right. So, do you remember any moment when something really funny happened on this set while auditioning or shooting, or maybe while performing? Any experience you would like to share to tickle our funny bones?
Yes, I remember this one. Okay, this one time when this was after the Delhi shows, like before the Mumbai show when we were rehearsing. This was like during the full run through. We were doing a full run through, and in like one of the most serious scenes, I like look at Rishabh and I'm like, we're both like teary eyed. And all of a sudden, I just start laughing because I don't know. Rishabh was like we both were experimenting because we wanted to try new things in that run through, and so it was going well. So we were able to like find lots of new movements, new perspectives on our characters. But then it was just I don't know how we cracked, but we were just laughing, and that whole run through we just did laughing. But I feel like that was one of our most helpful run throughs too, because that helped me understand that at points I need to listen to him more, I need to respond, I need to pay attention to what he's doing and let that affect me instead of just deciding on an emotion, which was really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened in the show, the Delhi show, the last scene? You were
Basically, before that, I just wanted to say that day on the rehearsal, what helped me was I remembered that I am a 16-year-old child, even in a play, because I think both of us were getting a bit too serious, and it helped us remember, hey, you're 16, relax. Even despite all of this, you're still a child.
Right.
So you will do stuff in that way, you will act in a particular
Wow.
manner.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think for me a very funny thing was when we started. This was so we came on floor, and we had remembered our lines. Just first day we were, and Shashwat sir said, "Okay, run, do something, do whatever comes naturally." And in a particular scene, I had to intimidate Ariman, and I tried doing something, and then we both started laughing, and that's why we
Okay.
stopped the run. So I think that was very memorable for me.
Right.
Yeah.
every day is funny. There's no boring day when you're with them, with young people. There's no boring day. So every day was fun. Every day was exciting. Every moment that I'm there in that space, I'm very happy and very excited. Funny things happen all the time. One of the scene I was so in Delhi, we just completed our shows. On the last show, the last climax is very intense, the most intense part of the scene of the play, and he has to jump from a block down, and this is where the play will end. And
my pant tore.
Wow.
he jumped and like, "Tarr,"
Oh.
and he has to be very serious and teary-eyed
Oh,
and
man.
very intense, and
And I've realized my pant tore.
yeah,
and
I can hear
and,
"Char."
Oh.
and I'm sitting here like this. I'm crying and my pant is torn. And it's blackout. It's not blackout fully,
Yeah.
but it's like dim lighting. So there's light on me, and I'm like this, and and I'm like my hands in a way that the audience can't see that my pants torn. And then
All eyes
we
on
go
you, yeah.
to the wings, and we both are supposed to come out,
Right.
dance. There's a dance
Yeah, so
sequence.
the curtain call is basically a jig that they do to come and out and dance for the audience, and they have to now. He has to immediately come out in like 5 seconds.
Did he?
Yeah, so what happened is Ariman entered. I'm like, you go, I'm coming.
And
He
he's
didn't
not-
know that my pant tore. He's like, why are you not coming? I'm like, you go, I'm coming. And the costume designer, Sumbul ma'am, was there. So she quickly ran and got me Ariman's pair of pants that he wore. And I just quickly wore that on top of my costume, and I ran out.
Thankfully, you almost have the same stature, like the same build.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the other side, what is the most memorable reaction you've got from the audiences?
I think, I don't know about reaction, but I remember I will have the most memorable audience for me for sure. On the first show, on the first Delhi show, my friends came, and obviously they're not seeing Rian and Tanmay on stage. They're seeing Rishabh and Ariman. They know both of us. So we're in a fully intense scene, and throughout the whole play, I can hear comments because they're trying their best, they're whispering, but in Shriram Center there's amazing audio, so I can hear each and everything they're saying because we can hear the audience.
What were the comments like?
They were like, oh, this happened, that happened, I didn't know he could do that, stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I mean, it was a memorable audience for me, but yeah.
No, they came in with, I think,
Posters,
posters and,
balloons.
balloons and all that in the audience. It was looking like a basketball match or something.
So they have surely got the slice of stardom already. Shashwat, as we close, Rishabh and Ariman, something you would like to tell our audiences, tell our viewers about the upcoming shows, and any message that you would like to convey?
Okay, so
Which camera do you have? This one? Okay.
Okay, so all I would want to say is come watch us perform, not only for us but also for the audiences, because it's definitely an experience you wouldn't want to miss, and it will help you reflect a lot in your daily lives, especially people our age, my friends in Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi, anywhere. If you're watching, you should really come and watch.
Yeah, you guys should come watch it because there's nothing better than live theatre, especially like nowadays, whereas AI and everything. Like it's hard to it's impossible to tell what has AI and what doesn't. Yeah, so there's nothing better than seeing like live hard work and dedication on stage. So that's why you should come watch us because we poured up blood, sweat, and tears into this performance, and it would be great to have you as an audience.
I would say please support young people because they are putting a lot of hard work to perform, and trust me, they are young, but the kind of energy, the kind of momentum that they bring on stage is unparalleled. I mean, just for the sheer intensity, just for the intense power of the performance, and a story which is absolutely original, which comes from their own lives. So you will be able to see a whole rainbow of emotions from Gen Z's life. Even if you're an older person, please come and watch it. We are performing live in Bangalore tomorrow, which is 31st of January and the 1st of February at the Jagrati Theatre. And then we'll be doing a full run in London. So if you're in UK watching this, we will be there in July from 6th of July to 16th of July. We'll be doing a full run at the White Bear Theatre. Please join us there. And also, go to our website, go to our Instagram page. Please like it so that you get updates about all our shows whenever we are coming to a theatre near you. Thank you so much.
Sorry, before we end, I just want to say one thing. As Rian would say, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, because we are live from the warehouse.
He's clearly still in the character. Thank you so much, Shashwat, Ariman, and Rishabh, for being here and sharing your journey. It has been a pleasure and of course very, very interesting to hear your side of story. And you wonderful people, for more such interesting conversations and journeys, stay tuned to Midday.
The world doesn't stop, neither do we. Subscribe to Midday for news that matters.